Hey, Kevin Yates here, and I want to welcome you to my 3-step fat loss jumpstart method. And today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 of my most powerful fat burning tips to help you break out of the fat loss rut that you've been in and get on the road to getting a body that's leaner and stronger and performs better. So in looking at most of the fat loss diet and exercise programs that are out there today, 95% of these programs are failing in the long run. And the reason why has to do with one big piece of the puzzle that's being overlooked by all of these programs. They're completely missing it and dropping the ball. It has to do with stress. See, most of these programs, what's happening is that they are creating more stress than we can handle, and they're pushing us over our threshold and causing a lot of problems. So here's what happens. See, we think of diet and exercise as healthy for us. These are supposedly healthy stressors. But the problem is that our bodies can't differentiate a healthy stress from an unhealthy stress. So your body doesn't know the difference if you are working out and feeling the great effects coming off a great workout, or if you're trying to do the right things by eating a proper diet. It doesn't know the difference with that, or if you are experiencing stress because you're worried about getting enough money to pay with the bills for the month. It treats it all the same. So what happens is all these stressors, whether they're good or bad, they build up in our bodies. They just build up within us, and they push us up to our threshold. Now, if we continue to experience stress, such as if we get stuck with our diet and exercise program and we try to do harder workouts, longer workouts, work out more frequently, or if we get stricter with our diet, we're cutting calories and carbs and fats or things like that, what happens is it just produces more stress and it keeps driving us over our threshold. Now, when we get over our threshold, we start producing excessive amounts of the hormone cortisol, which, as you probably know, is the quote-unquote stress hormone. And here's why. Because cortisol, in the response to stress, what it does from a fat loss standpoint is it programs your body to hold on to and store fat rather than burn it. So if you're now making the connection, you can see why doing more exercise and stricter dieting, actually it doesn't help you burn fat. It helps you or hurts you because it produces more stress and more cortisol, and it actually makes it harder for you to burn fat. So you've seen this if you've ever known anybody who's been in the gym like 6 days a week, 7 days a week, doing marathon workouts, really, really strict with their diet, but they're not getting the results they want. This is what's going on behind the scenes. So like I mentioned earlier, the 3 common pitfalls that I want to share with you today, these tips are going to help you to get out of this overstress syndrome and put you back under your threshold where you can maximize your ability to burn fat. So what we're going to be talking about is these so-called healthy foods that most health and fitness experts are promoting and telling us that we need to eat to lose weight and burn fat and get healthy. But I'm going to share 5 of them with you that are anything but healthy. And the more of them that you are including in your diet, the harder and harder it's going to be for you to lose fat. And these are the exact reasons why, from a nutritional standpoint, why so many people are failing to lose fat. The second has to do with the big calorie deficit lie that we're being told. All these weight loss diets and exercise programs revolved around the same concept of burning more calories than you consume. They boil weight loss and fat loss down to a matter of calories in versus calories out. But I'm going to show you exactly why it's the biggest lie that we're being told. We're being brainwashed by this lie. And calorie counting and calorie reduction strategies over the long term they're going to hurt you, and they're going to keep you from losing fat rather than help you. And the last one I'm going to talk about is what I call the 4 W's. So if you have any kind of trouble with staying motivated to achieving your fat loss goals, if you are always starting a program or a diet and you keep falling off and you never really make any progress, or if you start to succeed and every time you start to experience success, you for unknown reasons sabotage yourself and end up right back where you started without ever achieving your goal, this is why. Because you have to identify and know what your 4 W's are. And if you don't, you'll never achieve your fat loss goal. So I'm going to tell you exactly what they are, how to identify them, and you will have an unstoppable source of motivation that will carry you all the way through to achieving your goals. All right, so if you're ready, let's get started by looking at our 5 so-called healthy foods to be aware of.